Alright, so you notice that I have like my armor on and I have all my shit conjured, so I've actually got low mana as a result, but I've got my multiple mana like consume things, and I'm gonna show you how to do it like at low level. So starting at level 40, it's kind of I would like level your defense before that because it's kind of sketchy until you get to like 44. Then it gets a little bit easier. At my level, I can just run through mounted and until I get to the graveyard. But here's how I did it when I was level 40. So I'm just gonna shield up. I'm gonna run through. You'll need an invisibility potion, so just pop one like right here. That first potion, there's actually two types, so you'll get a lesser and a regular, and you'll pop the regular here. Scale this wall, and we'll run this way. Okay, we're running. Aggro these things, but that's okay. Just Nova this guy, it's not a big deal. If you're doing this method, you also need feathers, because you'll need to slow fall to get on this. Once you're not using the invis pots anymore, like I said, I started doing that recently, so like 46 maybe it's possible. Then you don't need any of this shit, and it becomes much more efficient. But it's not a big deal. I just buy like a stack of each, and so yeah. Here's the issue. So this has like a 10-minute cooldown. If you had the lesser, which I don't currently have, that would be like a normal pot CD. So you can see how these only have 50 seconds. So you just sit up here and wait for the lesser. Man, that sucks that I don't have that. I should have done this backward. I should have run to this one and then anyway. So anyway, what you would do is like re-shield up. So ice barrier, mana shield, and then you would just drink your lesser, and you'd be invisible for all these packs. So like I would be invisible for these, invisible for these, and you just run through. So just ignore all these, hug right so you don't get that other pack. And then we're just running all the way to the graveyard portion. When you're lower level, like this is why I said leveling your defense matters, because you can see like even me just running through, I'm getting like chunked. Now you won't have to tank those first groups of 3, which will make it easier. But you want to save your blink for this boss, that guy, because he hits pretty hard and could potentially kill you. So I always save my blink for that guy, and I'm just running through. Keep your barriers up as much as you can. You can see we've got quite the tail following us now. We're just gonna run past all these guys, and then there's a reset spot over here. So you run here, jump up, which I'm failing. Jump up here, and do whatever you need to. So we're gonna keep ice armor on while we're actually doing the setup for the pull. Eventually we'll switch to mage armor for the actual AoE part, so that we can get the mana regen. We'll need mana. For whatever reason this guy's not resetting. I think there's probably a totem on the ground or something, because you can see we're not in combat, but he's still standing there, so he'll reset in a second. Okay, there he goes. We're at like full mana, so no reason to wait. Sometimes you have patrols like this person walking through here. It makes the pull much easier if there aren't any of those, so I'll just wait, drink some coffee. Okay, so they should be out of the way now. So we're just going to run in here, aggro the boss, and then start clicking on these graves. You want to do that pretty quickly because they're going to be on your ass as you're running away. And then again, you run behind this pot and It's kind of a weird reset spot, but it resets them. As soon as I fall out of combat, I'll start clicking on these. You always want to blink there because they get really close, and it's very easy to die there. So as soon as I click the last, there's like 3 segments of graves that I click. As soon as I click the last one, I blink, and then that gives me enough time to get over here. As always, just make sure you're keeping your barriers up so that if you do get tagged, you could have a chance to survive it. So you're just going to sneak over here, click this one, and then grab all these. Okay, so those are the 3 pools. I died a lot doing those when I was lower level, but as you can see, like with the right movement, I'm not even getting hit really. So you will probably die a lot at the beginning, but it's really fun to learn. So I feel like it's worth it, and it's way faster than like questing, for example. If you do have a guy, I don't think it's like a huge deal. You can always, if you accidentally, I don't know what's going on here. So you jump off this guy's face. Okay, why am I like running at an angle right now? Okay, so I just jump up here. Okay, I don't know if you're on a gnome. If you're on a gnome, you're not gonna be able to make this jump. I can jump like at an angle, and sure I should be able to scale up to this. Well, anyway, the easier way to do it is just to mount. And then you can just jump up and dismount. Like I said before, you want to swap to your mage armor so that you're getting mana regen. I'm going to drink a little bit. You don't have all the time in the world, so don't like take a bunch of time doing that. You're going to run over here and flame strike. Reason for this is it keeps the mobs, like if you're too slow and they leash back, it'll releash them. You want to move very quickly though, because otherwise you'll miss mobs doing this. So we'll just run behind the back here. You don't want to fall down, so be careful with that part. Blink over, because you want to get over as fast as possible so you don't screw up the pull. And then we're going to blizzard all these. We're going to jump over, and they're going to be like right here. So you need to be very quick about jumping back and forth on this ledge. You see the boss just reset. You want to make sure you get there quickly so that the boss does reset, because if you don't get to this spot quickly, as you can see, like the mobs only pull over here if you're on this ledge, this far ledge. And so you want to be there as much as possible, but obviously you don't want to get smacked by the group because you'll die. That's another thing. You see I'm like losing HP. While they're pulling around this backside, if you're too close to the edge, they can smack you. So you want to be like closer to the front and just keep jumping back until you get a good group. Looks like I've got them pretty well collected now, so I'm just going to do a rank 1 blizzard this time to group them up. And then that's basically it. So now I'll just jump back and forth. They're going to run back. And then I'm going to do a max rank blizzard on this corner. And this corner is really good because it hits them on both sides. So it hits them on the wall, and then it hits them once they get down here as well. So you really just want to be casting blizzard here. It's the most efficient. And then like use your mana consumes early and often. And that's basically it. We're just going to do this really slowly because I don't want to die, because I don't want to record this again. And mana was more of an issue when I was lower leveled, so there's a chance you might have to downrank your blizzards, take it a little slower, like have mana pots. Having mana pots as a backup isn't a bad idea, right? Stuff like that. See, these dead heroes are actually non-elites, so I like to wait until they're on the ledge before I blizzard so that they actually die on the ledge so that I can loot them, but that's sort of a optimization you don't really need to do. So yeah, not all the non-elites are dead. We'll just sort of take it slow here. You definitely don't want to get hit by these guys because sometimes you get multi-hit, I think, and at least it feels that way. Maybe they're just clumped really tightly, but Like if you get hit by a group of them, you're gonna die. So especially at lower level. Yeah, this is using the invis pots. Basically, the biggest barrier to entry is getting the actual pull off, like getting to the first reset spot, and that's what the invis pots let you do starting at level 40. So you just have the 2 types, and then I wish I could have shown you that part, but basically you would just have another potion cooldown. And maybe there's like more efficient ways to do this. I don't really know. But yeah, this is how I leveled this tune from 42 to 50, and then I've only done this a handful of times, maybe 15 times, and I've gotten to 48. So it's pretty quick. It's fun to learn. You make gold. So all around pretty cool. Same thing here. Like they're getting low, so I'm just gonna blizzard over here so that they die where I can loot them. Because if they die in this little crevice, like you can't scale that wall, and then you lose out on all that golden loot. So. Easy as that.